So for Gen 5 is another generation that like I don't have that much recollection of these Pokemon from like either gameplay or the anime or whatever. So most of these are just me picking from the ones I've seen yet again, like in later games, like Sword and Shield, Arceus, and like Scarlet and Violet. Um, and that list is, I just hate that I'm so shallow, but it's fine. Liper, cute little baby, purple pink, just out there being adorable. Love them. Lilligant. That it's a flower boo.
Yeah.
I just like these little flower babies. And it's funny because I don't like flowers. I'm not a person that's like, I don't like florals. But like Pokemon and a flower, oh, I'm with it. Finally, one that is not super cute, Scrafty, because it has a mohawk. Okay, it has a mohawk, and it want to fight you. So I feel like if I was a Pokemon, I would probably be a Scrafty, just out here trying to fight, looking cool. Got the tail, and like all the line going up to got the tail, which is so cute. They are so like the little black and white. They like,
yeah.
I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. It's like it just gives what needs to be gave. I love it. Cobalion or Cobalion. See, this is one of the ones I don't know how to say it. Because my thought initially was like Cobalion, but I'm like, that's not how that sounds. Or Cobalion, but I don't know. Anyway, it's that one. They're cute. Just very adorable. But actually, like they actually look powerful too, like cute and powerful. You know, I love that. And then Keldeo, yet again, don't know how to say that out loud. Keldeo is so cute. It's like a little baby horse, a little horse, but it also is like pretty colors. I don't know. I think I like horse Pokemon. No, I don't, because I don't like Mudbray or whatever. I hate that damn thing. I hate what it turned into. Even though it got the luscious locks, I hate them.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong one.
It's like on site. They are strong though. Like I did have to go ahead and succumb and like put one on my team, but I didn't enjoy it. I just
begrudgingly using it,
you know, to like right. I was like, I guess since you are in here, but yeah, that's my Gen 5.
Wait. Yeah, we might have to split this into 2 episodes, but my Gen 5. So I know Gen 5 mostly from Pokemon Go. And I don't think there's any overlap in our list, which is hilarious. So I had Oshawott, which is a little baby water starter, just Oshawott again, to be clear.
He's like, we don't do that other stuff.
I
We don't do
I
that
don't know
here.
why they would do that to that poor Pokemon. It was a choice. I choose to ignore it. I mean, I will say the evolutions are strong. So like, you know, they did what needed to be done in that regard. But
it's not I like put like it's not the worst. It just does not match.
And I like, have Samurott on my list also because it is strong. Like, you know, so I can look past.
So technically see, I'll choose the furthest along version of that evolution. So like if I like, but after you was like I specifically do not like Dwight.
Yeah. Because it's not as strong and it's not as cute. And so I'm like, why are you here?
To be like to bridge the gap, I guess. I don't know. Like, don't comfort him like that, but it's okay. I see you. I see you.
I have Roggenrola. I love that Pokemon.
See, that one for sure got to be Roggenrola. Like Roggenrola.
Roggenrola.
And now I think of it like Guy Ritchie, like rock and roller. I don't know if you've seen that, but that's what it. Oh, I'm so sorry to the people of the British Isles, but I definitely just butchered that. Like, excuse you, but yeah, rock and roller. I see it.
Yeah,
I mess with it.
No, it's a fun one. It's cute in its own way. It's pretty good to use. Crustle, the little crab, the little evolution is beast. Like. So good.
Okay.
It's fun to play with. It can learn a ton of different moves. I like had it on my team always. Litwick is kind of like cast form, where it's like the cute little candle baby. And the evolution is pretty cool too, but I just think it's precious. And I walked like it was my Pokemon Go partner for a while. I just walked around with it because it was cute. And then I have Tornadus on here, not because I feel strongly about how it looks or like even how it battles, but I feel like those were the ones they had them in raids for a really long time in Pokemon Go, and it was like a thing with people trying to get them. And so that energy around it and like the organizing parties, and I feel like maybe it was when they figured out the raid thing for real, for real. I don't know, or maybe it was just when I like finally joined like my local group. Um, but it was fun playing with them and raiding for them, and then like using them afterwards. So I put that there because of that. But there's a lot of cool ones. I agree with a lot of your list in terms of like them being cute. Liepard is cute, and so is Lilligant. But I guess with this one, I went more with the folks I actually used in fighting.
Let's see, I haven't. That's the thing about Go, as I haven't. Like I was playing Go earlier when it first started, so I was mainly collecting. They didn't even have a lot of the functions, and so by the time we got to the point where like having a strong Pokemon was important, I really wasn't doing it that much because they was cracking down on like spoofing your location. I'm gonna be 100%. I was not going places. Like, or I was, but like they started cracking down, and I'm like, I'm not gonna leave my house to go get this. Like this legendary or whatever. Yeah, happening. Like it's not. I didn't live like if I lived in a city center where I'm walking a couple blocks and I'm in where the stuff is. No, I would have to drive to a place that had the big event. I'm not doing that. That defeats the purpose for me. So I didn't. I had a bunch of Pokemon, but I didn't actually employ them. Like I didn't have to. Plus, I had like a Snorlax who I would put in the gyms to like just carry that whole gym. It was like a couple of like ones that I would leave in gyms that I had like strong ones for that. But even then, they were not the same that were with going to like a raid battle with. And now I'm like, if I start playing, like I've been trying to play, but it's too much going on. I'm like, yeah, I need to.
All the tasks
kids doing
these
days is a lot. Right? I'm like, oh baby, this man gave me so many updates. No, I have to because I can't do a dodge. It's a thing. So I read. I mean, I didn't read them, but I was just like clicking through. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I have all these tasks. They get done. I don't know. Where we at? Gen 6. Okay, so Gen 6. I will let y'all guess the first one, but I'll just say it's Sylveon. Because it's an evolution, but also it's that pretty girl with her little bows. I love her. Gudra.
That's a good one.
Who I love so much because it's just gooey. Mm-hmm. And I like all of them. Like the little one is just like a little slime baby. I love it so much. I think I always named them something like Goopy or Goopers or something. Like I'm just a very simple person. Pyroar, which in Scarlet and Violet has like a feminine and a masculine form, and I'm like, they're so cute. But they just in general, because I'm like I like lions and like I don't want to be like very Leo about it, but it's just what it is. Like I just like lions and lion type creatures, hence like Luxray and you know. But yeah, Aromatisse, because she's just cute. She's a cute little birdie girl, little birdie flirty, little fairy girl. She's like, like that's how I read it. Just extremely adorable. But also like this is another one where it's like so cute and like are very powerful, like are very, especially if you can give them the moves that, you know, like they end up being hitters. Like again, I just love fairy types. First, I love fairy types because they can use almost any kind of move. But also they just so cute. And they have like a cute little energy. So yeah,
it makes me want to like see the mood or aesthetic boards, like when they're making the Pokemon, like these are the vibes.
She got like
go write the story to match these vibes.
Yeah, no, she's so cute, and it's very like eyelash. I don't know, it's cute, but that like builds onto like my next one is Slurpuff. Because again, just adorable, like a adorable little cloud dog thing. I don't know what it is. It's adorable though, and I love it. And it's just cute. That one's pure aesthetic and just being adorable. And it just makes me happy to see it. It's one of the ones that I'm like, if I see one, I'm like, oh, there goes little Slurpuff. Like, I love you. And then finally, Auroras. I don't know. I just be vibing. I just was choosing Pokemon that I like to look at. I don't necessarily think I played like a lot of it. Well, no, I definitely no, I'm lying. I played pretty much all of these. I just don't think I played Aurora's that much. I think that one's just a pure like aesthetic choice and like me just liking that Pokemans. But yeah, my list is very me at this point. I feel like, yeah. What about you?
So I also had Goodra, for those reasons. It's a cutie. It's got like the right types. I just like love it. I had Chespin, which is interesting because I don't often like the grass starters. Um, but it's just very cute. I think it's of the starters for this generation, it's the cutest one. Um, and I like the little like grass hat thing it's got going on. They don't care. Well, I actually don't know enough about the other evolutions because I do not bother to evolve it because I'm not like playing with it. I
That's
just want,
funny. Like if you're not playing them right.
yeah, to have it in the party. I also had Sylveon, obviously. I have both Pancham and Pangoro. Or maybe it's Pancham and Pangoro. I don't know why I said it different in the two ways. Who can say? You know what I'm talking about.
The little
um,
panders.
yes, they're so cute, and they're also like strong. They're like cute, but
Yeah.
like defiant cute. Like they're like they like our little
Yeah.
like tantrum having kids.
In Sword and Shield, the little one was always on that ass.
Yeah, that's their
He was
energy,
like,
a
I'm
hundred
coming to get
percent.
you.
I love it.
Uh, the whole time. So I was like, it was one of the ones that I loved initially, but then got tired of by points. So I was like, if I see another one of these, they run up on me. Them and that pink one, like if it run up on me again, I promise it's hands. Like, but they are super cute, and I like the energy of like.
Yeah. And then I had Talonflame, which again, I use fire when I have to like beat the grass gym or whatever. I'm not really like checking for fire Pokemon all the time. But it's a really strong one. And I like flying types, so it was fun to have the both.
Yeah, I like flying. I like when non-flying types have flying moves because flying types are not easy to get rid of, but I thought I just always
You
have
just have to
preference
put a
for
ton
flying
of work
types.
into
But when
them.
you,
Like from
that's why
jump,
I
you
just
got to
like
be
having
committed.
other mons that have flying moves, like dragons with flying moves, or like because then that way you can
Yeah.
get the best of both worlds and not having the weaknesses. But yeah, whew, okay, so Gen 7. All right, my list for this is very me again. So Incineroar, because it's a cat like creature and it has fire, and I apparently like both of those things separately. So obviously I would like them together. Which I didn't think about till I read it right now. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's a situation. Um Primarina or Primarina, because like a prima ballerina. But it's also a mermaid. Here's the thing. This is one of the ones where like I am not certain about the lead ups. I don't necessarily find them cute, but I could. It's one of those ones where like even if you don't know, like I had a strong feeling they would be cute, and I was right. Primarina's cute, but you got to work for Primarina, so like the other ones are okay to be like if you stuck with them, they're not like the worst thing ever. So yeah, Lurantis, which is I believe is that the now I'm blinking on it. One of those, either a flower or a bug, or maybe it's a flower bug. I think it's the one that looks like a grasshopper flower thingy. Love it because it's very cute, but also it has good like move sets and like it's just good in battle when you have them. It's funny because like every time I'm trying to catch him, I forget that, and then I'm like, okay, so he's just not gonna get in this ball. You're gonna be fighting me. Like that's what I like about it when they're on my team, but I do not like that when they're in the wild. It's always funny. Then Serena, uh, another just pretty one that I also feel like they are powerful though. Like it's not just I'm not super shallow. Like these are actually like pretty and powerful mons that like that know how to like, you know what I mean? Like they know how to like they have they moves, you know, but they also like I'm gonna be cute with it. Hello. Okay. Mimikyu,
Yeah.
which is I just find it so cute. Um and I can never find these in the like it always takes me so late in games to find them. Like I can never find them when I want them, and by the time I find them, I don't really have a need in terms of battle wise. They are just I collect them because I like them and they're cute. But they are so adorable to me. And like when you know sometimes when you fighting them and then like they get close to being at the end, you know, the little head drop, they like the you know the jig is up, like you know, and it's so funny to me. So they're really cute. And then this is the one I was mixing up with earlier, Cosmog. So I've never seen this one like in a game. I just seen the pictures of it because like I don't know if this is a like it's like a little cloud. It looks like a little nebula or like a little like space ball, and I love it. I do have like what it evolves into. And I'll have like I like both of the final forms, but like I don't think I've ever seen this in the game. But I listed it because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I would be like wherever this is, I would absolutely be obsessed with like catching and like nourishing a whole like brigade of these. I love them. So that was my Gen 7 list. Who are your top 6 for Gen 7?
Yeah. So it's funny because you said like Mudsdale was the one horse that you did not like, and it's on my top.
Hate him.
This one. Um, I think I use rock and ground like type Pokemons a lot actually. And yeah, like it's a horse. I like that it can do both. Um, and so it's on there. I have Beware on here, which is the other one that you said you was not messing with in Sword and Shield. So I think I just compiled a list of the Pokemon that you hate, but that's
All the ones
fine.
I'm trying to throw hands. Yep.
Beware is super strong. It was the one that could like take the Snorlax down in like a second in Sword and Shield.
I think
So
they're
I was
both
here
like
for it.
normal, so like they didn't really have type advantages against each other. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Um, Komala, like the little koala thing, is super cute. I didn't like use it on my team, but I always catch them when I see them. I actually just caught one in Scarlet or in Violet this week. And then I have Melton. I also had Zarina and I also had Mimikyu because they are adorable.
Adorable AF.
Useful,
So
but
cute.
also
Yeah.
adorable.
I like Komala in Violet, and because it that's a good one to have on your team if you're going on like a catching spree, because like when they put other ones to sleep so you can catch them easier. And I always forget. I'm like, dang, I should have put Kamala out there in the streets. So like that's my goal. Like when I'm trying to go fill out my decks, I'm gonna have them top of the party, like ready to go because they so cute, and also they actually are like that. That talent is very useful. I mean that skill, yeah.
Yeah. I decided I was gonna like do the filling of the Pokedex after I finish the challenges, but that I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Okay. So for Gen 8, which is pretty much like the game that I'm invested in. So like Sword and Shield, Arceus. And it also I guess Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl technically count, but those are all like previous gens. But yeah, Violet. So Cinder Ace, the fire starter, you know, like I generally choose fire, just it just works out that way, but also like it's so cute. And I love the attitude of just like the kickback. Like I think all of the Sword and Shield starters have that attitude, like especially the final form, like all like because like I did it. Okay, so like Sabo is not on my list, but only reason is because like I got Sabo like later in the game. Like I had traded, you know, somebody else to get him, but like so I used them a lot, and like Inteleon is just like I guess I'll come out here and do your little fight or whatever. Like I just love the energy. So like he's not on the list, but Sabo is like kind of softly on the list. But this was because this is the game like I really got into Pokemon like gaming with as like an adult. Because like when I played them when I was younger, I didn't have like I don't know which ones I had. Like I always just played them casually. Like somebody let me play and I'll play for a little bit, or like I would never finish a game, or like I just wasn't playing them that consistently. So this is the first one where I was like, these are my babies. So after Cinderace, Toxtricity. Oh my god, I love Toxtricity so much. That's another one that's not necessarily cute, but it's really cool looking. Well, Toxel is cute. Toxel is a little baby with a little lightning bolt. It's the cutest thing. Toxtricity ain't that cute, but I love Toxtricity. It's one of those ones that's like OP and like real powerful because they have like I think ground moves and electric moves or something. So and they can use a poison move. So like if you actually give them those moves, they have like a lot of like they can come at a lot of different types, and they don't have as many weaknesses. So love them, and also just love the colorway. I have a shiny in Sword and Shield. Love them so much. Yeah, Grimmsnarl. That's my next one, baby. That thing is so strong. It's such a ugly, like cute, ugly thing. It's like probably the least attractive or like least aesthetically appealing Pokemon across generations on my list. Like it's so, and it like I didn't
across generations.
All of them, like all the Pokemon I've listed. I think that's the least attractive one. Like it's just so, but it's also I love them. Like it's again I think is it a dark or fairy type? I don't know, but they can do dark moves, fairy moves, and something else. And it was one of the ones where I did not. That was one of the ones that ended up on my team. I don't recall, but like I kept never switching them out because I'm like, oh, they're handling this like this light work. Like I had never had a cause to, and they had that Draining Kiss fairy move, which is my favorite move. And then they had it was another move that it was like the 2-1-2 hit like always it never failed. So that one is I love Alchemy because I love a fairy. I love a cutie patootie fairy, a little sweet baby. It doesn't need to be explained, you know. Dragapult. Oh my goodness, I love Dragapult. I love them when they're little. It's just one of them, and then it's another one that gets on his head as it evolves, and then the big one is carrying the team on his back. Literally, I don't know, but I love them, and they also extra powerful. Them and like Flygon did a lot. They were like carrying a lot for my team when I got to like the later like post game stuff because like obviously you do the gyms and then the gyms are light work and then you start actually trying to fight people with like the Elite Four, whatever, you start doing that stuff. And then I need to actually have strategy here. Them dragons come in handy except for dragons. But a lot of times the dragon leaders don't be having dragon Pokemon. They be having Pokemon that look like dragons but are not dragon types. So that's the key. But yeah, that's my little baby. And finally, speaking of dragons, Eternatus. That little thing, that along with Grimmsnarl, because it's not even ugly. It's just it's like a strange, it's like skeletal, like metal. But I love it aesthetically. But also, I just love how like powerful they are in battle. Like they be out here. I love them. Like usually a lot of times you get your like legendaries and your team's already pretty strong. You don't really have to fold them in because like it's fine. Like I done got them. We good now. Like you might put them on the team if you like them. Like I like Zacian and Samantha, so they were almost on the list because I like them both, and I had them on my team because I just loved them aesthetically and I thought they were cute. But like Alternatives actually end up being one of my main like Pokemon that I played with. Like I love them, and they were just out here in these streets. And like even when they had a weak, like a type weakness or a disadvantage or whatever, they could just take licking. Like I was like, dang, because I would forget sometimes. Like, oh, wait a minute, you got the type disadvantage here. You finna get knocked out, and they would still be kicking. Like I was like, oh, you an OG. So yeah, I love them, and I also just thought that design. This is another one of those things where I like the design is so strange, right? Like the design is just so interesting. Where it's like y'all were really just trying to make something like cool and fun or whatever. Like it didn't have to look like something. It just like we just vibed. Like I just wanted to look like the storyline support it looking like this. You know what I mean? Like I like that. So yeah, that's my Gen 8, which I think is my most variable grouping and like the most diverse, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense if they're the ones that you've played with the most. Yeah, I did kind of opposite of you. So I have Sobble on here, um, because I started with it. I love uh not the look of the evolutions, but like you said, just like the attitude, they're pretty strong too. I mean, Leon is pretty strong. And I don't have Cinderace on my list, but I do love the Cinderace in Master Journeys.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what is it, Go or I don't know what Ash's little friend's name is, but
Go.
he has a Cinderace. Yeah, Go, and you get to see more of the like personality there. It's just like a super sweet baby in the show. So it was very close for that reason, but I don't really use it in the game. I do have Sobble and Grookey on here. Junie, your girl loves Grookey. Like
I like Grookey and I don't like the evolution. So like that's why they
yes,
like
yeah, I
it's
to be
so
specific,
cute.
Grookey
But like
specifically.
yeah,
Yes.
Grookey is cute, but like I don't mind the last one, but I cannot explain why, but it feels racist to me and I don't know
Oh no.
why. I can't. And this is not me saying that that is
No.
the case. I just, for some reason, when they pop out, I just be like, "There's something about this does not sit right with me," and I can't place it. Like I just can't. So yeah, it's one of those things. Like I don't know. There are several probably small things that are connecting in my brain that I'm not fully conscious of. But every time he pop up his little drum, I was like, something about this is just not. This ain't. This ain't right. Like I don't know what it is. I just like this don't sit right with me. But also he's fairly weak for what it looked like. Like I feel like every time I've come across that one, it was easy. Like even when I had the type disadvantage, or like if I just run up on that lady and she'd be like, "Let's fight," and then she always have one. And I always, even when I don't switch out my team, like I can always get them up out of there. So on top of the fact that I have a like I, it feels weird to me. I don't know why. It's also just not that strong of a Pokemon. So it's like, what is what can we do with you?
Yeah. I also had Thievul, the little fox baby.
Love them,
Um,
actually.
yeah. They're great. They have some cool moves too, that
Maybe
make them
thieving.
fun to play with.
Well, the name is Thievul, so I guess that makes sense. I just thought about that right there. Like it just hit me because I was like, every time they start, they're like, got your item. I lost a really
Yep.
important item because I did not think about it, and I didn't catch them. I knocked them out, and I was like, oh, I think they had an item I needed. So,
I have Eldegoss. I don't know if it was the strongest of these like flowery grass Pokemon type, but I liked it and I
that's
used it.
the one that looks like
It's the one that looks like a like cotton ball
right,
kind of. It's like
like a weed, like
yeah,
I know what I'm thinking of, but yeah, okay, I like them. They are cute though. They also have that energy of like
yeah,
bad, like
yeah. I feel like my whole team was that in Sword and Shield. There's so much attitude here between like Feeble and like Intrigon and this Eldegoss. There's a lot.
Yeah, it's like a lot of attitude, a lot
um,
of just like stankness in a good way. Like I like a little stank attitude. I like it.
I have Zacian or Zacian. How did you say it?
I can't recall. Is that Zacian? I do
The
not remember.
legendary. Zacian.
Zacian,
Okay.
I think.
Uh, well, I have that one. Both legendaries are cool, but that, and then I have my Rhydeer baby. Again, didn't really play with it, but then in Arceus, when you get to like ride it around, and um, I just feel like I built a relationship that's lasting
That's
now.
valid, but I don't like.
You hate it.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to be that way, but I definitely feel like the energy, the word deer energy, is interesting. Um, it's something about they like beak. Why is it a beak? I don't know. It's just the shape is weird to me. The shape is weird to me. Okay, so
they're very regal Pokemon.
They are. No, I don't hate them. Like it's not one I hate, but it's not one I'm like I don't go out my way. Like if I catch one, like I will catch one and I will not catch no more. Like I don't need like multiples of these.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever used one in play whatsoever, except obviously in Arceus when you and he pop up on you.
Yeah.
But also once I got a bird, I I went on the ground
It was
ever.
over
Like
with.
I'm not about to be on the ground when I could be flying. When I could be surveying the situation. No. But yeah, also I did love all of the like the Arceus, the legendaries you get to use, or the I don't know what they call them. They're not legendaries, but like the traveler Pokemon. I do. There was a name. I forgot what it
They're
is.
lords, right? Is that what it is?
Right. Whatever the lords of the mountains and of the water and of the whatever.
Yeah.
I love them. I did enjoy them. So where there is that one, and I see that, and I respect that. Of all of the generations, we did not do the most recent generation because we're gonna do that next. And we want to talk about the new baby. They have this.
Yes.
The next one has the most new. I think in one generation having the most new at one time. So it's a lot of new ones. It's something I found like yesterday. I was like, ah, like I was having a whole thing. I wish I would have recorded myself. Y'all would have been like, this is wild. So many cute things. I was like, what is this? What is that? What is that? So like it's been very fun. But of the ones from the first 8 generations, do you have we can either do top 6 from the list that exists here. Like you can just pick one from each. Well, not one from each because there's 8, but like I did 6 because you have 6 in your party, but I guess we could do top 8 so you can pick one from each. So I'll let you go ahead and just like quickly if you think you have an answer. I don't know that I have an answer because I'd be like vibing it out, but yeah, like one fave from each generation. Let's do that.
Well, I'll go ahead and say like all the evolutions from all of them as their own tier. Yep. First generation, probably Pikachu. Second, maybe Sneasel. Third, my Mudkip and that whole Mudkip family, which is like saying a lot because that has like a lot of Pokemon. I love the 3rd generation Pokemon, like all of them on that list. But that's so y'all know how much I ride for Mudkip. 4, Roserade. 5, maybe Samurott. 7, Hongro. Oh no, that's 6. Sorry, that was 6. I'm losing my count. I'm losing my place. 7, Zarina, maybe? I feel less strongly about the 7 Pokemon, actually. And then 8, probably Feeble.
Okay. I see it. All right. So mine, we just gonna put Eevee in their own tier in all the evolutions because there's no evolution I dislike. I love them all. They're very cute and also I just love them. So I'm gonna choose Eevee for the first one because I like all the Eevee, like the evolution. So that's how I will claim the whole line by choosing that one for my first one. So for Gen 2, I think Sneasel as well because Sneasel just got that energy, and I love a bad bee. See? Okay. For Gen 3, I'm gonna go with Flygon, and like I said, this is pretty much all from Sword and Shield because I end up being like my ride or die. Like that one ended up being my one. So yeah. Gen 4, not between Luxray and Lucario. What is that? I'm gonna go with Luxray because usually you get Shinx. Like I usually can get a Shinx earlier in the game than I can get a Riolu. Like I feel like Riolu, you have to kind of look for it, where a Shinx is always the one to run up. So I tend to have time to bomb, but that's like a very whatever. That's like a whatever. I love them. Like it's probably equal, but I just chose Luxray to make it just to get it done. Gen 5, I'm gonna go with Gothitelle just because like again, the energy is very like yes. It's given Wednesday Adams. If you know, you know. Gen 6, Goodra, that was easy. Gen 7, like DJ, I have no hard, like strong feelings because I don't think I played right this generation. But I've played all of these and other stuff. But I'm gonna go with Incineroar because once I got them, like I did start be acting a fool with them. Like I think I have so many in my home. Like if y'all need some, I could probably trade it with you because I was like, oh, I love them, and I just kept sending them to go have the babies. And then Gen 8. This is so tricky because I genuinely like this is actually like my team. Like this is one of my main teams. Like I have these all fixed. But I'm gonna go with Cinder Ace because that was my starter. That was my ride or die also. And they were so like they got to that point where they would like not die. You know what I mean? Like they would not pass out. They would be like, oh, they stayed alive for you, or they didn't, so early. Like usually I feel like you have to be with them for a long time, but I feel like mine fell in love with me so fast and we was besties so fast. So like even when they were still a little baby, it was like, oh, they didn't, they expelled the poison for you. So that was my little Cinder Ace. But yeah, those are my babies. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for listening, y'all. Join us next week for another episode on our favorite Pokemon from this new current generation. I'm working really hard not to just start shouting them out because there's a lot that I love in this generation.
Love.
But it'll be a good time. Subscribe to our YouTube at Black Pokemon Pod. That's BLK Pokemon Pod to catch both episodes and live streams.
And we are BLK Pokemon Pod on all socials. So you can follow us, talk to us using the hashtag Out of Pocket. And we will be back very soon with more tea, Tea, because they got a lot of new Pokemon that we love. I know, like I wanted to get it in there, but I didn't know where. And this is where I was like at the end. See y'all soon.